because I'm interested in so many different things. It makes it really hard to focus a lot of the time.
I totally relate to that. I have so many interests that I simply do not have time to pursue. So in a way, I reframe that as a richness of life. There's so many astoundingly wonderful things that I'm never going to have time never going to have time to get to all of them. I'm just so interested in so many things. um, I'm reading a piece by an author named Stephen Jenkinson. He's a Canadian author who was in the hospice industry, and he talks about uh, grief in our culture. That's fascinating. I'm reading a book by Gabor about trauma. These are all kind of classically thought of as negative traits. I'm just sharing with you. I'm watching a series on YouTube about Miyamoto Musashi that's based on the novel by Eiji Yoshikawa about this guy who goes from a 17-year-old punk kid thug to the greatest swordsman in Japanese history that ever lived. He had 60 death duels, was undefeated, and that his progression to flow state. I could go on and on and on. I've got but what that's woken for me, because it's in Japanese and I speak Japanese. I lived there for 6 years as a young man and kind of cut my entrepreneurial teeth there in my 20s. The reimmersion in the language has kind of brought that to the forefront. So I've really been studying and looking at flow dynamics, flow experience, and I'm realizing this is kind of a linchpin that ties so many of my ideas together. So that's what I mean is I've been having a creative flourishing, and at the same time, like you said, not nearly enough time for everything. But therein lies the art of the flow, does it not?
It's so inspiring to listen to you share about all the different things you've been getting into and connecting it all back together.